Hey there, welcome back, and in this video we will try to understand how we can make decisions using some interesting operators. Now friends, when it comes to decision, there is something interesting in Java. The interesting part is if. Now what is the dictionary meaning of if? If symbolizes confusion or possibilities. If this happens, then that would be outcome. If that happens, then this would be outcome. So if implies a ambiguous situation, and definitely if also help us to get out of the ambiguous situation in Java. So using this if clause, we can make decision based on your scenarios, right? So the concept would be more cleaner in couple of minutes. For example, if I say int x equals to 5, a very simple and a straightforward statement, and in next statement we will say if x equals to 5. So we are simply comparing x with 5, and then we are printing a very simple statement. For example, in here we will print a statement value of x is 5. So we are pretty sure that if x equals to 5, then only statement inside this braces will get executed. So we are pretty sure that if and only if this condition is true, then only the statement will get executed, right? So let us execute and check whether the statement gets executed or not. Well, the statement gets executed, right? So if we, for example, increase the value of x from 5 to 6 maybe, then what would be the outcome? Definitely there won't be any outcome. There is no statement to execute, so there is no output. In order to give you a better understanding, let us, what we say, print a yet another statement. So the statement would be what happened, right? And then if we execute this statement, then it will say what happened. Well, if the value of x is 5, then we would be printing value of x is 5. And after printing the value of x is 5, we are again printing what happened, right? So little strange though, right? So if the value of x is not 5, then it is simply printing what happened. So we are making decision, but the decision is not as expected. What we want is that if the value of x is 5, then we would be printing out this statement, and we won't print the next statement. And if the value of x is not 5, then only we would be printing the next statement. So pretty simple deal. So in Java, we also have the else part to x. So in here, we will make use of else, and we will also make use of braces. And we will try to execute our particular program, and our program is working properly. So what does else statement does is, if the condition is false, then the statements inside the else block will get executed. Now in here, there is something known as a scope will also play a role in here. We can also get rid of these braces if there is only one statement for if and else clause. So even this will work as expected. So the program is working properly, but our program will fail if there are multiple statements. Let me show you. Let me copy this statement once again, and we will paste it once again, and in here there is a crash. So always make use of these braces. This will make your life easier. Don't worry about the scope. Always define the scope using this braces. What is a scope? Scope is nothing but defining the territory for these statements. For example, the territory for this if statement is inside this pair of braces, which is nothing but the single statement. Likewise, the territory for this else block is simply the single statement which is inside this brace. Definitely we can have multiple statements inside this braces, and that will work perfectly. So this was a short introduction to if and else. Let us make this program little more sophisticated and little more better in fact. So we will get rid of this particular string and we will type in value of x as not 5. So let me copy this string real quick in order to save some seconds. So the value of x is not 5. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Alright, so good. Alright, so in order to execute things in a inversion manner, even that is possible, in here we are simply comparing that whether x is equal to 5 or not, right? So in here we are simply checking whether the value of x equal to 5 or not, right? So we can also inverse this condition, and the condition which is opposite to equal to is not equal to. So now we are simply comparing whether the value of x is not equal to 5. So this will be working like opposite to what equals to does. So in here we are simply comparing x is not equal to 5, right? So let us update these statement as well. So value of x is not 5, and in the else part we will say value of x is 5, or oops. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Let me execute. So value of x is 5, good enough. Let me update this value as maybe 4. So the value of x is not 5. So conditions are working properly. So as of now we have checked only two operators which are equal to and not equal to, right? So we will dig more into it and we will check couple of more interesting operators in our next video. So catch me in the next video where we will see couple of more interesting stuff. Thanks for watching. This is Chand signing off. Thanks once again.